one's getting...
What? We're gonna make another cool scratch game. Hey guys! What should my game be about? My scratch game. Okay, but what should like the gameplay be? What should like the storyline be?
Story should be bees need to get pollen and not get swatted.
Slaughtered? I mean, not get like seen or slaughtered. What? Hang on. To not get what? You have to watch it to not get what? Mom.
What?
What?
Not get snack. Swatted.
Swatted. Swatted like a fly. You're swatting the fly, and the swat fly. Swat the fly. Please swat the fly. Bee. Bees be gone. Ow, ow, ow. What the thing am I doing with my life? What's the thing? What the hell did I... What? Bees be gone. That's the name of the game. And I don't care. Epic start button. So I am in this studio called Cool Scratch Games. Okay. Well, you have like 300, so it's not that surprising. Bottle. Bottle. Epically makes it look like whatever the heck. Epically makes it look like a freaking egg. Is this an egg? It's a freaking egg! Stop eating the freaking logo, man. Stop eating it. Oh. Come back. No. Come back. Boo. Bees be gone. Bees better be gone. Bees better be gone. Yep, bees be gone. Bees be gone. Let me see what's up with my cookie clicker. And my cookies are doing great. My cookies are doing great. Yep. Alright. So we got out a stage variable. This looks like absolute shit. Like, I don't know why I put it in all caps, but who the frick cares? Is my caps lock on? Yeah, let's just do it like that. If stage equals 0, I need to get my posture right, man. My good old gaming posture, I missed you. Since every time I do Scratch, I have to stream. Unless I'm at school, then I can't stream at school. But, like, who the frick cares? I'm gonna stream at school anyway. I'm joking. Hang on, let's make the title a little bit more menacing. Yo, dog, I heard you like medicine. Yo, dog, I heard that I'm medicine. Just completely delete this. Bees be gone. This looks like a rip-off horror game or something. Even though it's not a horror game, but it would be a good idea to make this a horror game possibly. But who cares? I'm not gonna see my thoughts because my mom and my brother are listening to me. So I need to close the door so they don't listen to me. Epically coding my day away. Highest score. Cloud variable. Yep, okay. Hang on, I want to learn more. Oh, okay, how do we make inappropriate things in cloud variables? I'm joking, but like, how would someone do that? I don't know, highest something, maybe highest smoking crack. Okay. Oh, that's funny because I actually didn't ask and I don't give a shit. It's just gonna be a knockoff Subway Surfer. Subway Surfers. Can you please say shit correct? Hobby detail. Ada deo. Tiba. So let's see.
Hi, kids.
Hi. I'm currently doing a live stream right now.
Oh,
If
I
you want
want to go on my VR.
Nice, okay. So this is basically
What?
This is basically I'm just saying this is probably gonna be a like knockoff Subway Surfers.
Oh, ow, my head.
I'm gonna start.
I'm chicken jockey.
Bro, it's chicken jockey.
It's a chicken.
And it can jockey. I will find you, and I will Among Us. Ding, ding, ding! Ah! It's an epic thing within epic thing. I will find you, and I will Among Us. Ding, ding, ding! Ah!
Trying out this new update in the stream.
You want to watch my live stream?
Jesus, how in the
So do you want to watch my live stream? Oh, and I just found a cold poop. Okay, it's constantly repeating.
I'm constantly eating.
Oh! So, do you want to join my live stream?
What?
Do you want to join my live stream?
I'll join it in a second. I'm just trying out this new mod in this game. No, my car.
Alright.
My car. Here, my car. My car.
I don't freaking care.
Here, still my car.
I don't freaking care. So I use cloud. So I'm using a cloud variable to Among Us. My God, that's what I'm using it for.
Did somebody else land? Somebody else landed. How do I get out of this thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Shush, Goofy has something better than the bacon on the soup for really building a marsupial crocodile under it. This marsupial crocodile is under your nose and you build like a lunchbox full of salami, you goofy cereal box.
I'm doing donuts.
Bro. And I'm doing your mom.
Yo, I'm doing donuts in this game, bro.
Bro's doing donuts. Oh! Bro's
What do you
backshotting.
want, Green?
Bro's backshotting donuts.
Green. Okay, fine. How do I stop this? How do I stop this? How do I stop this? How do I stop it? Okay, you're on. Let me drive. I can't drive. It's not letting me drive, bro. Okay, there. You're on.
Hang on. Everything against horror games and scratches TOS.
Oh my god, I'm upside down. Everything against horror games, scratches, TOS.
Scratches.
I'm eating nuggets.
Okay, I didn't really care.
They know me well. Watch me whip. Watch me make a. Watch me whip.
Let me see.
Theo's in it. What?
What?
Oh, Theo. I'm trying to get out of this place. How do I die? How do I die? I want to die.
Excuse me.
TNT where? Oh.
Using administrative passwords. Thanks, man, administrator.
See you, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. You always say that and then you never come back.
What did you say?
You always say that and then you never come back, so.
Because I'm getting the milk.
Okay, fine. You can leave. You can leave and then I'm gonna hang up.
I'll call you back in 10,000 minutes.
Okay, I don't give a shit. We're doing some Shenanigans. So epic. Just put that right there, and I don't really care. I'm gonna pull you by the hair and kill you. I'm not gonna do that. How about no? Let's not do that. Excuse me. Okay, so right now there's... You know what? Let's work on another game. The Afghanistan Files. You know how it is. You gotta work on your big projects. Epic, very, very big projects. Okay. Well, okay, I'm not doing that no more. I hate this. I hate this so much. Baby gets stabbed in the heart. Baby gets shot next fire. Oh, let me see. This is my best friend's account. My BFF's account. My best friend account.
Killed you. Your lag is a devil, bro. I hate your lag. It's so sad. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Amanda Pony? That's a bit a lot for, like, if like a 8-year-old is hating on you and they read this, they're probably gonna cry and then shit themselves. They're like, that's gonna be, yeah. But like, I'm not hating at all. I don't want to mess with anyone. I'm not trying to mess with anyone.
Slowed down after the collision. Super.
Okay?
No looking back now. Throw away the...
I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to be a bitch, and I'm not trying to throw you in the ditch, and I'm not trying to fuck your mother screaming hype. What am I saying? What? Okay. Let's see.
Hello, fellow scratchers. Ever wanted...
Scratcher. Let's see. Let's see. Where is he? What was I trying to look for again? Oh, like the raycasting.
Hello, fellow Scratchers. I'm Griffpack.
I'm trying to put.
Get scratching.
And let's begin with this title.
We begin where we left off in episode 2. I'd recommend you make a copy of your project.
Alright, so let me show you guys what I made. You click this, and look at this. It's very cool, right? I need to turn down the rotating. I need to tune down the rotating. What's the rotation thing? That's way too much. Let's put it to 5. Player tick. That's good. Well, the jitter is fine. They had a lesson for disabling the jitter, but like, who freaking cares, man? Who cares? I don't care, and you're socially impaired and you build like a pig. I don't even understand what's happening right now. What is happening? Am I going in an endless loop right now? Tell me I'm going in an endless loop right now and I'm not just going absolutely freaking crazy. What is happening? Oh, right. This is a, like, turn around. What am I doing? What is... And where am I, though? Set ghost effect to 0. Set ghost effect to 0. I am over here, and for some reason it's like... Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Now we need to delete these blocks. And put this back to 100. Yeah, this game is mid, man. It's nothing compared to what I can do by myself, at least.
Checked. This is episode 3. And we'll start by tidying up some things. Come into the Raycaster sprite and separate off the setFov and res variables. I want all the game setup code to be moved into the player sprite, so drag it in there and delete them from this Raycaster sprite. Okay, click back into the player sprite and there they are, so drag them under the when green flag clicked script. While we are here, I have a small fix to make. I want to set the sprite size to 150. This will avoid us getting weird raycasting issues when the player gets too close to a wall. I know a number of you have been having this problem. Now, our game loop. This forever loop has become too long. I want to split it up so that it's easier to manage. This is mostly player movement code, so make a new custom block naming it player tick, checking the run without screen refresh block. I use tick to represent the tick of a clock. We handle the player movement one tiny tick at a time. Now pop a new player tick block in the forever loop and stuff the entire player movement scripts under the new define block. However, hold on, there is one exception. Come down to the bottom of that script. This broadcast, Raycast, is not part of the player movement, so separate it off and bring it back up into the forever loop above. Splendid, that's much better. Now, going forward, we are going to need to use the player's direction a lot more. We already created a variable in the Raycaster for this reason, but now we'll make it official. Make a new custom block, initialize Raycaster, and run without screen refresh. We'll make use of it before broadcasting Raycast. This means anything we need to do before the Raycast can be put in here. For now, that will be to set our direction variable. So make a new variable naming it camera dir for direction for all sprites. And simply set it to the direction of this sprite. That is the player. So, as I said, we already kind of did this last episode, so click into the Raycaster sprite, here we first set the direction of the player, so we can replace that with our new camera dir variable. And then, and here we go, this dir dir variable is the one we set up last episode. We can remove that, and scrolling to the define single ray script,
Let me see real quick what is happening right here. What is happening right now?
that, and scrolling to the define single ray script, all the dir variables can also be replaced by camera dir.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power. Not IT, not
Right, you know what? Let's give that a quick test. It's always good to see that everything is still in working order before we continue. And yes, it is. Phew, that's always a relief. So, can we start bringing in other sprites to our game? Well, not quite yet. Since the project is running, come over to a wall and I'll show you why. Now remember how we fixed the problem where the walls would warp away from us at the edges of the screen? Well, do you see what I am seeing? With the FOV, the field of view slider, pushed to the max, we can clearly see that the walls are now warping towards us. Did we go too far with our fix? No, this is actually a completely different, yet similar looking type of level distortion. But until lessons really were super useful. Okay, let's do it. Click into the player sprite. And find our initialize Raycaster script. We need that new variable dv, making it for all sprites. Then, following the math we just went over, set dv to 240 divided by
but I want to see which parts I
the
do
tan
so I can actually do the thing.
of FOV divided by 2.
Yep, got that.
Great! Now click into the Raycaster sprite and find the When I Receive Raycast event. Since our direction will now be calculated from X, we can remove the point in direction block from here, and scrolling down to the Define Raycast script, we can also remove the initial turn left block and the turn right block. These are all going to be replaced by a new calculated point in direction block. Start with an addition, and we point the same way as the player with the camera dir variable. And here we go, using our clever maths, the arctan, a tan of and a division block. We divide X by dv. Oh wow, so much explaining for such a little bit of code, right? But that should be it. Shall we test it out? Well, the good news is the scene is still drawing even though we completely changed the angles of the projection. What's more, the walls are looking pretty straight, don't you think? Let's change that field of view variable to really check this out. Oh my word, that is amazing. What a change. The lines are now completely straight. No warping in sight. Trigonometry saves the day. That's beautiful. And that brings us to an interesting point. Why does changing the field of view cause all the walls to come closer together without also affecting the height of the walls? Well, that's a good question because it should. So let's fix it. Scroll over to the Define Single Ray script and down to where we are setting the height variable, here. Remember we added this 4000 value to represent the height of the walls? I said it was a large value and it was tricky to explain why. Well, this value is related to the new dv variable we just calculated. If we drop dv in on the left, This now will result in a wall with the same height as a 1 pixel wide wall drawn in the level costume. And that's too small though. So let's multiply it by 10 pixels. And now width and height are linked. So I'm dead excited to show you how that changes how the Raycaster looks. Here we go. Find a wall and then slide the field of view up. And now, suddenly things make so much more sense. Wow, what the field of view slider now does is control the zoom of the camera. It can go from wide angle to telephoto in the blink of an eye. And that's crazy cool, don't you think? This opens up lots of opportunities for exciting game mechanics. I can just imagine it being used for binoculars or a telescopic lens. Wow, that's so fun. A set size to fun.
Step into Wix Studio and handle every part of your build from one
Oh
platform.
my god, I did not
Takes fun. More importantly though, this now means we can move on and try to bring entities into our game. Yeah, to lay the foundation. Click into the player sprite and find our forever loop. After the broadcast raycast, add another broadcast with the new message entity tick.
Entity tick. Got that, Griff Patch?
Yeah, so this will run after we've done our raycasting. So just as we have one sprite to represent the player on the level map, and another to do the 3D drawing, so we will now do the same with the new entity. Click to paint a new sprite, and name it Entities. And just like the player, we need that little hitbox costume. Click into the player sprite and drag a copy of the hitbox costume into the new entity's sprite. Oh man, that scratch GUI does jump around a lot sometimes. Back into click to paint a new sprite and name it Entities.
Door.
And just like the player, we need that little hitbox costume. Click into the player sprite and drag a copy of the hitbox costume into the new entity's sprite. Oh man, that scratch.
No, I'm just gonna make it my own, its own thing. Then I'm gonna figure out how to stop the player. And make it so that it's like opening the door and it makes it brighter. I know I have to make it do the brightness scale on the background. That's how to do that, but like, yeah. I need to figure out how to stop the player, so that's cool.
GUI does jump around a lot sometimes. Back into the entity sprite again, we can delete costume 1. That's the only costume we need right now, so click back into the coding tab. When flag clicked. Let's keep things stable with a set rotation style to don't rotate. Then size the entity up with a set size to 225%. That will stop them clipping into walls later on. Now, to position the entity on our level. I'm just going to quickly start and stop the project. There, now the entity is sized and we can easily drag it around the stage. A good place to put it would be right in front of the player, so that it will be visible as soon as the game starts up. Once positioned, drag in a go to XY block and that will fix the entity in place. Great, that's the setup done. Now let's handle the entity tick event. When I receive
When I receive entity tick.
entity tick. This is broadcast.
Negative 46.
After the Raycaster has drawn the level, what we need to do next is take the entity positioned on our stage and somehow project it into our 3D scene. Doing this requires nothing but a small amount of clever maths, but luckily each step is quite logical, and so let's break it down. Step 1. We want to view the entity from the player's point of view. We do this by subtracting the player's position from the entity's position, and that places the player right at the centre of the action. Next, we rotate the view so that the player is facing directly forward. Nice. Because that gives us everything we need to redraw the sprite using the same 3D maths used for our Raycaster. That is, an X position and a distance. But just rewind one step. How exactly do we rotate the scene? Ah, you noticed that. Okay, another visit to Wikipedia needed. So, we have a point at X and Y. We want to rotate it by degrees counterclockwise around the origin, that is, the player. The new position, nx, ny, is given by the following awesome formula. Nx is equal to x multiplied by the cosine of minus y multiplied by the sine of And ny is equal to x multiplied by the sine of plus y multiplied by the cosine of Brilliant. A little scary, but brilliant. Okay then, let's try and plug this all together. Make two new variables. Vx for this sprite only, and Vy, also for this sprite only. We begin by calculating the position of the entity offset from the player. So set Vx2, subtract x position, subtract the x position of the player.
There we go. Okay.
And similarly, set Vy to y position, subtract the y position of the player. Okay, now for that rotation maths. Make a new custom block for the job. We'll name it Rotate View, and add a numeric input of x and another one of y. Ensure to tick the run without screen refresh. Now pop in the rotate view block here and feed it with the vx and vy variables.
Where? What? Why? That's right there. That's right there. You see it right there. You see it right there. You see it right there. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Maybe it will work if we reload it. Yeah. Now feed it the Vx and Vy variables. Yeah, I'm good at coding.
Great, so now we can concentrate on rotating these x and y inputs by the camera variable. We'll reuse the Vx and Vy to hold the rotated position, so set Vx to, and here we go, subtract, and we need the cos block. This will be x multiplied by the cosine of camera Next, duplicate the math so that we can write y multiplied by the sine of camera dir. That's it. X multiplied by the cosine of camera dir.
There's a minus trigger there. Put that there. And let me see my cookies. That's a lot of cookies. Yeah, that sure is a lot of cookies. But I'm waiting for a good old wizard tower, so I don't really care. I'll just keep on Among Us in this yacht. Maybe it's just because you're ugly.
Subtract y multiplied by the sine of camera dir. Wow, that's exciting. Now we need to do something very similar for vy. So set vy to, and this time drop in, now careful now, not a subtraction, but an addition block this time. Now we can duplicate the
not a subtraction, but an addition block. Maybe it's just because you're ugly.
cosine and sine blocks and pop them down below into this addition. Finally, we check
Sine. Yep, there we go.
change the left cos for a sine and the right sine for a cosine. Cos. Oh man, it would be too easy to get this bit wrong, so check over this a few times once you're done to ensure we get it right.
Tinker Skin Editor makes it...
Well,
Wait. It's supposed to be multiplied. And this is supposed to be y. Oh my god. Oh my god. So it's supposed to be multiplied. Yep, absolutely duplicate the frick out of that. That's cos and that's sine. Damn is. And then lastly, we gotta multiply the thing, these boys. Just absolutely freaking get that out. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Yeah, okay, we got that. I think I did it now.
well, we are close now. All we need to do is apply the perspective maths to visualize this in 3D. But hold on there, we don't want to do that in this sprite. It's important for this sprite to live on as the entity positioned on the 2D level. We'll use a completely new sprite to do the final 3D drawing. So make a new sprite. Now this is going to be such fun. What costume will represent this entity in our level? I'm thinking Nano might be a fine character because they have such a great range of expressions. Why so serious, Nano? If you want, you could choose a sprite that is a collectible or...
Serious. Let's just duplicate this. And just delete all this code. And just delete that code too. Maybe it's just because...
or an NPC or whatever you want to bring into your game. It's just too fun. So, now, making sure this sprite is just the right size will help us no end when bringing them into the game. To do this, first we'll make sure to group the whole sprite, select the whole costume and click the group button. Next, use the rectangle tool and draw, while holding down the shift key, a largish square that completely covers Nano, like so. This will be our sizing guide. Check the resultant size over here, and now simply resize the large square until you get the size to read roughly 200.
Scale it until it's roughly your mom pick. The size of your mom. I need some support. I need Among Us.
By 200 pixels. Slightly bigger is better than smaller. There we go. Perfect. Now,
Door 200 pixels. Let's just put that right here. Select my epic image. Let's see that. Let's see how many pixels that is. How many pixels is that? How many pixels is that? All of your data will be taken. All of your data will be taken. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Give me a chance to live. I'm only again. I want my mom and dad. I got a feeling they ain't here. Save image as. Let's grab that image. First one I've seen on Google. Oh my fuck. Let's just do that. Maybe it's just because your mom. I should fucking reset you, don't. Maybe it's just because your mom.
Pay attention here. Once sized, we must drag the square until it snaps perfectly into the centre of the drawing canvas. This is very important if you want your sprites to appear at the right location in the game. Click to send the square to the back. There you are, Nano. Sorry about all that. Right, the idea of this purple box is to inform us where the floor and the ceiling is in relation to Nano. We should therefore move Nano so that their feet are on the floor, that is the bottom of this square, and then we can size them as you see fit. It's worth noting that the middle point of the canvas represents our player's eye level, so that gives us a way of judging size better. I want Nano to appear smaller than us, so I'm sizing them below this midpoint. And after resizing, always reposition the entity to be in the centre and touching the floor. Splendid, this is going to be so cool. Now, rather than deleting this square afterwards, just select it and change its fill colour to transparent, so that it's still there if we need it. Cool, delete costume 1 to tidy up. And oops, I never named this sprite. Sorry about that. Give it the name Pen. Okay, let's code. When I receive a new message. Paint. I like the sound of that. First we need the distance from the camera, so make a new variable distance for this sprite only. And set distance to, yeah, we need that of block from the sensing category. Select entities on the right, and then we choose VY on the left. This is the rotated position of the entity.
Whatever, that block might be important. Who cares? Let's see. Right, that block. The X position, X position. What the sigma is happening right now, I don't really know, but I don't really care. Who the fuck cares anymore? Let me see, okay.
Specifically, the distance.
What is the X position? How did I get the X position on the X position? The X position. The X position. Alright, maybe I have to set this to the X position. There we go.
From this, we can use perspective maths to calculate how tall the entity needs to be drawn on the screen. Make a new variable, height, for this sprite only. We use the exact same maths that we use for drawing.
Okay, we gotta freaking leave this. Move this the fuck away. Maybe I already did this before, but who the frick cares anyways?
The raycast walls here.
Oh,
So
it's a VY. It's a VY.
set height to 10. This is the same height.
It probably doesn't matter anyway. Oh my god, please stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch.
Use for the walls. Multiply that by dv. And then we choose VY on the left. This is the rotated position of the entity, specifically the distance.
Yeah, it's a door, so I don't understand why I can't open it. No. What the fucking Sigma? What the Sigma? What the Sigma? Yay! You successfully pissed me off!
From this, we...
The VY of your fucking mom. The VY of your fucking mom. Fuck you, Vic. Fuck you, bitch. You're a fucking bitch, man. You're a bitch.
We can use perspective map. First, we need the distance from the camera, so make a new variable, distance, for this sprite only. And set distance to... Yeah, we need that of block from the sensing category. Select entities on the right, and then we choose VY on the left. This is the rotated position of the entity.
Which one is the entities? I don't understand which one is the entities. Oh my fucking god, man, what the fuck? Gonna make it tiny. We don't need them. You've got power. Seek your freedom. Wait for the hour. The gentle voices. Infest your mind. Maybe we just gotta reload the thing. Maybe I'm just pissed off for no fucking reason. Or maybe I'm pissed off because of a reason. I gotta put my fucking pen. Do you want the pen? Holy sh... The Recaster? The whatever the fuck that is? No, because you only work for the freaking piece of shit. We don't need them. You've got power. Seek freedom. Wait for the hour. The gentle voices infest your mind. Your every choices. But maybe this one is bugged. Maybe I'm just being a piece of shit. Looking at me like you wanna shake my dick. Oh my god, you're being such a bitch today. I wonder the fuck what. We just gotta reload the full fucking thing. The full fucking thing. Holy shit.
Give it the name pen. Okay, let's code. When I receive...
Yeah, I'm doing perfectly fucking... Yeah? Yeah! Doing perfectly fine.
Receive. A new message. Paint. I like the sound of that. First, we need the distance from the camera, so make a new variable, distance, for this sprite only. And set distance to... Yeah, we need that of block from the sensing category. Select entities on the right, and then we choose VY on the left. This is the rotated position of the entity, specifically the distance.
Now, I don't know why it doesn't do that for me. Please, 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 I'm on my knees. Please, 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 I'm on my knees. Please, please, please. Yeah, what the Sigma? What the Sigma? What the Sigma?
From this, we can use perspective maths to calculate how tall the entity needs to be drawn on the screen. Make a new variable, height, for this sprite only. We use the exact same maths that we use for drawing the raycast walls here, so set height to 10. This is the same height we use for the walls. Multiply that by dv divide.
Maybe this has to actually be distance. This distance. This and this and hey, Casey.
Divided by distance.
We don't need them. You got power. Do whatever we can just do. Okay, what the Sigma? Why the Sigma? Yep, still not enough. This really fucking sucks, man. You know what? Let's make it so that it does not fucking matter. Because it doesn't even matter in the first place.
There, that's our perspective. right side, send the this. First, we'll make sure fun.
Odin Valhalla Rising, now available on mobile and PC, exclusively with Google Play Games.
More importantly, though, to get here, so that it will be visible. Now pop in the rotate view block here, sign blocks, and pop them down below into this edition. Finally, we change the left cos for a sine and the right sine for a cosine. Cos. Oh man, it would be too...
Doing my whatever I'm doing wrong because this may be wrong somehow, even though I literally followed exactly what the fuck happened in the fucking thing. Let's see. But I'm fucking Mario, man. It's fucking Mario, man. It's a Macho Man, man. Macho Man, Macho Man. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Run without screen refresh. Now pop in the...
Screen refresh? Did it run without screen refresh and maybe that was a problem? Yup, it ran with screen refresh, you dumb shit. You're doing something wrong, obviously, but like, what the fuck are you doing wrong? That's freaking axolotl. That's not an axolotl. You're obviously doing some shit wrong, but you can't think of what shit you're doing wrong. So you're just scrolling through Scratch, having no idea what the fuck you're doing, and then you're just being a bitch in general. Yeah, that makes sense.
The rotate 2 will stop them run without screen refresh. Now, multiplied by the sine, an addition block this time. All that, right, that's our perspective calculation done. Below this midpoint. Sure we get it right. Well, we are close now. All we need to do is apply the perspective maths to visualize this in 3D. But hold on there, we don't want to do that in this sprite. It's important for this sprite to live on as the entity positioned on the 2D level. We'll use a completely new sprite to do the final 3D drawing. So make a new sprite. Now this is going to be such fun. What costume will represent this entity in our level? I'm thinking give it the name Pen. Why? The X...
Okay, you know what? Let's fucking... It's Y, so let's set that to Y. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Set size to height.
position needs scaling for perspective too. So duplicate the maths from the set height block. But we need to change the 10 for the Vx variable of the entity. Pop it in on the left and make sure it's referencing the Vx variable.
Yeah, make sure, but I don't know if I'm fucking sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'm fucking sure about that.
This time. Are you still with me? It's a bit fiddly, but I'm sure you can do it. Lastly, the Y position. Ha! That's always 0, since we have no up and down movement at this present time. And hey, that's all the maths. All that's left to do is to make sure we broadcast this paint event. Click into the player sprite and find the game loop under the green flag block. Bring in a broadcast block and broadcast paint as the last event in this forever loop. Perfect, we are ready to test. Run the project. Haha, there's Nano. That's an awesome sight, and they're right where I'd expect them. Let's try looking around. Oh yeah, they appear to be holding their position very well. Let's move around a bit. Oh guys, this is really awesome. The position is spot on. All that work fixing the camera projection has really paid off. This is terrific. I cannot understand why this hasn't brought a smile to Nano's face.
Meet Asana.
Okay, I'm a bit fucking tired of you. I'm a bit fucking tired of you. You understand my voice? I love you. So will you fucking love me? Yeah, I mean this kinda is something. This is something. This is something too. But we gotta see maybe sign. Maybe we could put these things right here. Yeah, you haven't got a smile on your face yet? You won't get tired of my voice, will... I haven't got a smile to your face yet? Well, too fucking bad, bitch. Okay, this is something. I think we're getting somewhere. But we're not getting somewhere at the same time. Okay. Gotta duplicate this here. Gotta duplicate this here. And absolutely nothing's fucking happening. It's the same shit. Yeah, that's happened. That's happened. That happened. Definitely happened. We all believe it. Oh, let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's what's causing it to glitch. So we gotta go ahead and kiss my dick. Okay, maybe we gotta figure out how to do this. So I know that abs is absolute, which says all the negative things to do that. I don't know what floor does. Yeah, that definitely does something. That's cool. That does something, at least. And ceiling does even more jack shit. Sewing does even more shit. That sure does some shit. Squirt. And squirt a VY? Okay. I love this so much. I am in misery. No, I'm literally am. Please fucking help my life. I'm joking. My life is perfect. I have a perfect family. I have a perfect life. All thanks to everybody in my life. Thank you guys. If anyone's even watching this right now. Who cares anyways? Plus 18. Gotta figure out how to do this. I gotta use my actual brain. And that really sucks. Gotta delete this. That's not a nightlight, I know. What is it? Well then, take it off. I don't want it, okay, you can put it over there, but you're not putting it on my side of the bedroom. No, you're not putting it on this side of the bedroom. You can put it on there. You can put it on there. You can't put it on here. Why? Because this is my side of the bedroom. Wherever your bed is your side of the bedroom. But this is all my side of the bedroom. That's all your side of the bedroom. Mama, can I have cookie? No, I mean, make sure to pick up some bacon and stew for real. You feel like a lunchbox full of salami. You feel like a marsupial crocodile. Mama, can I have a cookie? Make sure to pick up some bacon and stew for real. You have marsupial crocodiles at your house. Mama, can I have cookie? Make sure to pick up some bacon and stew for real. No, not me, no. Go back. Exposition of door. Volume of door. No, Diabeto, you need to shut the fuck. Character divided by VX. Apparently this is supposed to have VY. Where the fuck am I again? Yeah, this is just showing the position of the walls. You're looking at me like you want to suck my ball. Okay, that really sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck my life now. So it's really supposed to be like, what is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like right there, so it's kind of working, but it's also everywhere else that I don't want it to be. How to add objects in 3D games in Scratch. .3D maze. Griff patch. Yeah, this is very cool. I love this. But I'm making a better game. I'm making a better game that turns. Yo, that's really cool. I love that. I don't want to add all this code. There we go, we cleaned up all our blocks, guys. I'm going absolutely bonkers. Where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like right in here. And maybe then VX is right here. Am I supposed to be seeing this shit, man? VX, VY. Well, we're not doing this game anymore, so that's gonna be cool. I'm just gonna end the stream